that. I need a pack and a half. I broke up my mans, a stack and a half. I told my mama I'm bringing that bag. I got it. I'm backing, I'm on. I get ice till I can't. Sorry, mama, yeah, I know that. It was me and bro, buck on the plate. Best believe we had 50 cent cake. I let the Audemars hang from my belt. So she know we ain't got no time to waste. And I let Audemars crunch the numbers. I gotta make sure that my money straight. She wanna make sure that my money real. Kissing another. Back in the day, I ain't had no whip. I just pulled up in the tank. I'ma pull up, just stun. Cat, all in your brain. I'm going Batman, I'm going bang. Come with the bang. What you gon' do? 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 Up in a what you gon' do?
I'm on a Sony lot, eating a lot of chips, stacking a lot of guaps. If I get it at the pop, my mom get a coupe, my mom get a lot of rice. I ain't got to mouth, let that in the past. My foot on the gas, I flew elevator, we facing my brad. How you want deposit the memo or cash? Red light, yellow light, green light, go. The event, so I take the bank home. I won't keep quiet, I'm in it. Yeah, my best friend got me alone. My just be your home, and I'm a businessman, so I give her a loan now. 3 pumps in the chain from the Homer. Her Bucky a goner. Her get Bucky a goner. What you gon' do? 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 Up in a stunt.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
With its distinctive swimming pools in the upper deck, there's a look inside Everbank Stadium here in Duval County, Florida. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Devin Duvernay. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You look at this Jaguar defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Now McCarthy. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
Hey, Ron.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. 5 yards is the tally on first. That brings up 2nd and 5. This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Hey, easy, Ralph.
A run here with Dearness Johnson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go. Agate.
They'll send Kirk in motion right. They go play action now. Lawrence, a hit as he throws there, incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And this is what we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Bigsby trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Lisa 24.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he will get into the end zone. What a call on the reverse. It's a touchdown. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards that time.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. McCarthy off the play fake. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now ETN to start the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Hey.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. His throw incomplete.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive? Because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. McCarthy operating from the gun. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's McCarthy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Red on red.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Hey, go, go! Go, go!
Now Thomas will come in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the 1st. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Vikings nothing.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Hey, easy. Ralph, Ralph. Ralph, Ralph. Hot.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing is McCarthy. A quick throw there is incomplete.
But I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And they turn the pick six into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize a little bit on top.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now.
Hey, Lion,
so
Lion.
Some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now Lawrence to throw. It's caught by Davis. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there, just like last play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Lisa 24.
ETN on the toss right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
Rip 23. Red.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Hey.
Motion man left is Kirk. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Jerry Tillery running in there and setting him down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throwing again, McCarthy. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Jones. He stiff arms him. Jones breaking from the contact. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Jones will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Lawrence will throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. On play action, Lawrence. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Powell. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. To the air with McCarthy. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Going to get a break here for an injury. Aaron Jones is in some discomfort down on the field. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Back to throw now on 1st down. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
McCarthy going to throw again. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down as he gets this down to the 13-yard line. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ty Chandler, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut the lead down to 15. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
30 left. Hey, Lion. Here we go.
Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
A short throw to Ingram. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now Lawrence. Flush to his right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Here's Lawrence. Trying for Kirk, and he's got him on the crossing route. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Christian Kirk in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jags are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They run for the first time with Ty Chandler. And they can't bring him down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Sliding out of the pocket. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Going for it. Here's McCarthy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Motion man left is Kirk. On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. In motion left is Thomas. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. Lawrence eluding the pressure right. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play.
These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Lion.
They run the toss now to Etienne. Gets around him. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down. Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on 4th down.
24.
Going for it. Here's Etienne. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. They'll drop that underneath to Etienne, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Hey.
Etienne is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Now the try here for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Chandler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Here's McCarthy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back up.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. And this one is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They run it with Chandler. Able to power through. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, what a move. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Here's Chandler. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 2nd and 5. Throwing is McCarthy. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Looking to throw McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. To the air with McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 21, here's 2nd and 5. Now Chandler. He's still on his feet. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Now McCarthy. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Chandler, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point attempt to come here. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll get this down to the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this will be a win for Jackson.